One of the most basic ways of constructing a sock is to knit a heel flap. So to show you an example, this is an example of a sock where, putting aside the pattern, we knit it in the round, in the pattern, up to this point. At that point, we're going to create this heel flap. So we're just going to knit these back stitches to create this flap. And that will go along the back of the heel, which is why you call it a heel flap. So let me show you how to make a heel flap. You're going to pick up what you have of the sock, of the leg of the sock, and you're going to reserve however many stitches it tells you. So this one, we're going to assume that we've already reserved the stitches, and we're going to just hold this set of stitches. We're going to hold the second circular, and we're not going to knit them. We're now going to start knitting back and forth on these stitches that are on one of the circular needles. So we're just going to knit this the way we would any other row. We're not going to need the row, the stitch marker anymore, so we can just take that off. And we're just going to knit this row, or purl it, or do whatever stitch pattern you need to. And then when you get to the end of the row of stitches that is on this circular, instead of continuing to knit onto the next row, you're going to turn, and you're now going to work back on the same stitches that you just knit. So here, we're just going to do the heel flap in a stockinette, a basic stockinette. So we just knit that row, the outside row, so now we're going to purl the inside row. You're going to work back and forth for as many rows as the design tells you to. When you finish knitting the heel flap, what you'll be able to see is that it's longer compared to the stitches that you left alone and that you didn't knit. So now you can see we've got a real difference between the two. So if you look here, what this will end up becoming part of is that your leg goes down here, your heel's going to go here in the flap, and then this is going to be the rest of your foot. So the next part that we need to do is have that turn the corner so you actually start knitting the bottom of the foot. And that's how you knit a heel flap.